What's up everyone, in this video I'll tell you how I turned $10 into thousands of dollars. I don't know how much exactly, but it's in thousands. So yeah, playing video games on GamerSaloon. And if you don't know what GamerSaloon is, it's a site where you can make money playing video games. And I play FC25 these days, so yeah, all these years, like from 2016-17, I played FIFA. So I don't know, the first FIFA that I played on GamerSaloon was maybe FIFA 16, maybe even before that. But at first, this is really interesting, at first you could only play for coins, for FIFA coins on GamerSaloon, and now I play for real money. So a few years after I started on GamerSaloon, you could play for real money as well. So back in the day when I first started, it was only possible to play for coins, and then later on they also made it possible to play for real money. And that's when I thought, well, if I could find a way to consistently make money, I can possibly turn this thing into something bigger, something that gives me money on a regular basis. So yeah, my plan was to get decent at the game, first of all, and then to only play against people that I'm certain that I could beat. From the first day that I started playing on GamerSaloon, I have been only playing with people that I'm certain that I could beat, so I always check their record before playing and stuff like that. And yeah, so basically how this thing works is you bet an amount of money on yourself, your opponent does the same, and whoever wins gets the money. So for example, you bet $5, your opponent does the same, and whoever wins gets the money. It's as simple as that. So if you're good and you play carefully, wisely, you can make money consistently, and it's pretty predictable that you'll make money. So yeah, this is not like regular gambling. Like, you don't depend on luck mostly. You mostly depend on your skills. So you can, with a great certainty, predict if you're gonna make money or not. So yeah, if you choose your opponent and you know what you're doing, you're a good player, then it's pretty obvious to say that you'll be able to make some cash. Okay, now let's jump into my computer and let me show you the details of how to do this, how you can do this, just to replicate my process, and hopefully you'll also be making money on GamerSaloon consistently, playing whatever game you're good at. So the first step, if you want to turn your money into more money on GamerSaloon, like I did with the $10 that I started with back in the day, is to always check the record of your opponent before you play the game. So when you click on someone's profile, you can see their wins, their losses, and their overall rating, and based on that you need to decide if you want to play against them or not. My main tactic, as I said at the beginning of the video, is to always play against people who have more losses than wins, and the more losses that they have, the better. So the ideal ratio would be that they have 0 wins and some losses, then you're safe. But yeah, I usually play against completely new people as well, so if they are 0-0, then I still play against them, because most of the people that join GamerSaloon are not that good, to be honest. So if you're decent, then you can play against them as well. But yeah, never play against people who have more wins than losses. People are super quick to want to make some money on here, and they play against everyone. So the first person that sends them a challenge, they accept it and they play against them, which is a terrible tactic, because there are a lot of people who are waiting for new players and as soon as they join, they send them a challenge. So when you join GamerSaloon, expect to get a lot of challenges real quick, but be super careful who you play against. So yeah, that's the most important tip. And another thing that you should always check is if they reset their record. So when you click on someone, yeah, this guy, for example, has this that says record reset. And there is this date. So that means that after this date, this is his record, his new record. So yeah, before that we don't know his record. So yeah, when they reset their record, it will say 0-0, and then they'll play from there. But yeah, people do it because they want to hide their real record. So that's another super important tip. Another tip is to always bet the amount that you can afford to lose. So if you have $10, for example, you started with that, don't forget that you'll also get half of that if you use the link in the description to create your account. So let's say that you start with $15. Never bet everything on your first game. So start with lower amounts, like with $3, with $5 or something like that. And then when you win a few games, you can start upping the amounts that you play for. So yeah, people risk it all because they wanna earn some quick money, but it's not a good tactic because you never can be 100% sure if the person that you're playing against is good or bad. Even if their record says that they're terrible, their friend may be playing for them that game, and you can lose everything. So be very careful with the amounts that you play for. Another tip that I have for you, and this is super obvious, is if you lose, for example, you play a game and you lose it, then don't play a rematch unless it was a super close game. So yeah, that's a classic tactic of the pros on the site. They win and then they'll send you another challenge, and they'll keep sending you challenges as long as you keep accepting them. So they wanna squeeze as much money out of you. So if you don't want to be someone who is gonna be milked out of his money, then be careful about that. So yeah, and some people will also pretend that they're bad, like they will let you score a few goals if you play FIFA, for example, so that you think that you have a chance, and then they'll try and send you another challenge for more money and so on. The most important thing is to use your head, to be careful, and to never rush into things, because as I said, you need to be careful, you need to be wise, you need to be able to analyze your opponents well, and that's pretty easy because you have all the information that you need on the site. When you click on anyone's profile, it will show you everything. So, and yeah, one other thing is to be honest with yourself. So many people come to the site and they think that they're amazing in whatever game they're playing, but they're below average. So they think that they're a lot better than they actually are. So be honest with yourself, assess your skills, practice a few games before you start playing, and then start with a few dollars and build up from there. So that's basically, there is no like some magic trick. You just simply play with people that you're certain that you can beat. That's the main thing. You need to be decent, because that will, of course, up your chances of winning. And I'll also give you one more tip. This is a pro tip, so go here, click on messages, click new players, and you'll have this list of all the new players who have joined the site that you can message and challenge. So when you click on someone, you can send them a message, you can challenge them, and you can do this for all these people. As I said, most of the people who come to GamerSaloon will not be that good. So if you're a good player, then you will be able to beat most of these people if they accept your challenge. So yeah, that's the pro tip. So when you click on someone's profile, you will be able on some profiles to find their gamer tag, their Xbox or PlayStation gamer tag. So when you click on, yeah, for example, this guy, and if they have this Xbox gamer tag, for example, or PlayStation or whatever console they are using, you can message them directly on their console. So you have their username, just message them. You have the apps for every console. And yeah, that's how you will increase your chances of them responding to you and playing against you. So that's about it. Bye bye.